A horrible criminal situation is irking the family of a Detroit area Marine who was involved in a home invasion that included a shooting. The Marine was in a home with his fiancée, infant son, and a few friends. It was supposed to be a fun night with friends and family has turned into an epic nightmare that involves jail, shootings, and criminal court. The family was hanging with friends, and then they heard a strange sound of someone rummaging at the door. It was a violent sound that alarmed the people inside the house to be scared or worried. It was like the sound someone hears in a horror film when a monster is breaking in to eat the people inside. It was a sound that prompted the Marine to go into his natural instinctual protective mode. He's a trained Marine with the innate ability to remain focused while someone attempted a home invasion that could have led to multiple fatalities. The violent sounds at the door prompted everyone to worry about who or what was outside. This wasn't a fictional story, this was real life, and this family and group of friends were about to be invaded, raped, murdered, who knows what could have happened. The Marine sprung into action and went to the door to confront the beast outside that was trying to get at everything and everyone on the inside. A strange man was standing on the lawn. The Marine instructed him to leave, but the man on the lawn apparently brandished a weapon and fired multiple shots towards the Marine. The Marine was struck in the hip with a single shot. Bullet holes riddled the home. This was no friendly visit. This was an attempted murder on a small group of people, one of whom was a newborn 3-week-old baby. The cops arrived, and that's when the attempted home invasion and attempted murder turned worse for the Marine. The Marine got locked up and charged with more serious crimes than the home invader was charged with. The Marine who protected everyone, and didn't kill anyone, was sent to jail and charged with multiple felonies. Fox 2 Detroit reported on the home invasion. Friday night, Nelson's family says Joey Nelson had been inside with his fiancée, their 3-week-old son and a couple of friends when someone violently started to knock on the door trying to get in. Westland police say the man outside was 39-year-old Michael Wilson of Detroit. I don't know who he is, my son doesn't know him, the owner of the home doesn't know him, says Steve. Cracking the door frame, the family says Joey grabbed his gun and yelled for Wilson to leave. He opened up the door because he was standing here in the yard, Steve says. Joey told him to get off his property, and at that time, Wilson produced a gun and started shooting at my son. Joey's family says the young Marine was shot in the hip before calling 911 and telling everyone to get downstairs. Joey fired back at Wilson, who they say took off as police arrived. Fox 2 noticed the large amount of bullet holes at the home. Yes ma'am, there are quite a few. This gentleman was not here for coffee, Steve responded. Westland police say that a fight over a mutual female friend inside the home led to the shooting. Joey is now charged with several felonies, including assault with intent to murder. Although Joey is charged with several felonies, Wilson is only charged with carrying a concealed weapon. This man out here in the front yard fired multiple shots into a house with multiple people inside and a 3-week-old baby. Simple. And he's only charged with concealing a weapon illegally. Steve asks. This story showed a home invasion victim being the one charged with the most serious crimes. The latest update on the situation has found that the Marine, Joseph Nelson, was able to post 10% of a $75,000 bail and be released after a few weeks of sitting behind bars. While he was in jail, he was allegedly mistreated and had to wait for a much longer than usual time to get treatment to the gunshot wound in his hip. The man was shot, sent to jail, and almost did not get treatment for it. He also was on antibiotics, but the employees in the jail apparently did not provide him with his required medication for whatever ailment called for it. Joseph Nelson now awaits his day in court as he's charged with felonious crimes such as the intent to murder. This is huge in comparison to what the real criminal was charged with, which was a minor gun crime. The person who was attempting a home invasion was charged with fewer and less severe crimes than the person who was protecting his family and friends. If the criminal was able to break into the home, then who knows what could have happened. There was a 3-week-old baby inside, and Joseph Nelson saved that child. Nelson could be thrown in jail for a very long time if a judge finds him guilty. Is that fair? Why was he the one behind bars? There's a legal defense fund raising money for the Marine hero. Go to their GoFundMe page to support the hero Marine.